Hello everyone, this is a group project done by Brandon, Eric, Carlos, and myself, Sebastian. Our chosen discipline is civil engineering. So what is civil engineering? It is the design, the construction, and the maintenance of built environments. So design, we associate that with planning, organizing. We're looking at the fine numbers, we're looking at grid lines, we're looking at the final and small details. Construction is associated with more of like the actual hands-on. We're bringing material to a given site or environment, and maintenance is a continuation and support, and just sustainability of what's been built. Subdisciplines: we have structural engineering, which focus on the stability and safety. So an example that I gave is earthquake engineers. Depending on where you are and where you live, that's something that's definitely more important when considering and designing given structures. So we have geotechnical engineering here, which is focuses on the foundation design. So we're looking at specific like soil composition, slope mechanics, like in Arizona here, like it's very flat. So thankfully we don't have to, really worry about that too much. Transportation engineering, so focuses on the operations management. So we're looking at traffic engineering. So traffic engineers consider the population size, consider the flow of traffic, consider the rush hour times, consider just trends of given traffic, right? In Arizona, I think we're more known for just driving a little faster. So all of that is taken into consideration. Environmental engineering. So we're looking at sustainable development. What does that look like? So an example would be waste management. With all the people and just the population that we have, where does all of our waste go, right? So another consideration here. So we have water resource engineering. So water resources, considering hydrology and flood control, right? So we can touch on flood control being an example of that would be canals. Canals, we see that here. And honestly, very important for Arizona, specifically the valley, given that it's flat, no hills. The water doesn't really go anywhere. So this type of engineering and flood control is essential for our structures that we have here in the valley. So what current civil engineering projects are being worked on in the valley? So notably, we have the I-10 Broadway Curve Improvement Project, which is ADOT's largest freeway project, and it's expected to be finished by 2025. Basically, it's the expansion of new lanes, widening what we already have, and then creating new paths near the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport.
Alrighty. So talk about engineering and certain disciplines. Working together as a discipline, or certain disciplines working together. For example, civil engineers design structures, and then the mechanical engineers handle moving parts inside the system of the structure. Electrical engineers handle the power and how everything's going to get powered through it. Working together by sharing ideas and collaborating through meetings helps for faster solutions, more efficient teams, and just being stronger in general. Each person working on their own divided tasks will keep people in check and make sure everyone's working at their best, what they know as their best, right? The Venn diagram here, we've got some system engineers, some cost engineers, some asset management. It's a Venn diagram, they kind of all have certain things that overlap, and in the middle, just keeping the project at the top. So, here we have your career engineering, first receiving a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from an ABET accredited university. And then after you get your bachelor's degrees, you have a fundamental exam, your FE. And after you take that exam to become an engineering and training EIT, Then you have to have 4 years of work in a supervised habit and a work experience. Then you can take your professional engineering exam, your PE, to then become licensed. So it's a bit of a process. And then through internships, getting hands-on experience is vital to moving along the internship ladder. And a lot of stuff going on here in Arizona about internships. They have a ton of programs, especially for the roads, all the road work they're doing around here, public works department engineering firms. And as an engineer, it's always important to be learning, going to seminars, um, using the professional courses to keep improving. And a lot of stuff happens, a lot of new change, a lot of regulations, as it always is. So just keeping on top of those things, and then getting more experience with teamwork and communication, vital, right? The last part, just some relevant societies. Societies kind of just exist to educate, right? Educate, connect, help some engineers all together. There's a lot of societies for all sorts of disciplines, so it's not just a one sort of thing. And then just to talk about one, the ASCE, American Society of Civil Engineering. It's one of the largest for civil engineering, and it provides a lot with networking, same as many others, and then provides industry standards, which is vital. And that's it from me.
Some essential skills when becoming a civil engineer. They're going to have to know how to develop creative solutions to issues and technical problems while ensuring the safety of others. They're going to need to know how to effectively communicate with their different kinds of teams that they're going to be dealing with. Um, they're also going to need to know how to analyze various solutions and make informed decisions. When it comes to project management skills, they're going to have strong organization skills, which also makes them handle budgets sometimes, timelines, quality control, and some tools that they're going to have to learn how to use is AutoCAD, Rivet, and other project management applications. These tools basically help engineers design, analyze, and manage projects effectively. Five notable universities a civil engineer could graduate from are going to rank from 1 to 5. University of Illinois' Urbana campus is going to rank at number 1. The Georgia Institute of Technology, number 2. Uh, University of California, Berkeley campus is going to be number 3. The University of Texas in Austin is going to be number 4. And Purdue University is going to go in at number 5. Some examples of research experiences for undergraduates are going to include designing a sustainable and aesthetically pleasing pedestrian bridge, reinvent traditional building foundations using advanced materials, plan and design a bicycle friendly urban transportation network. And just some companies that offer internships over here in Arizona are going to include Cage Engineering Incorporation, Wilson Engineers, and the LJA Engineering Company.
So we interviewed a graduate from ASU. His name is Ben Hippa. So he graduated as a civil engineer, 2021. Um, Especially during his last year, he told us that he started working closely with the city of Gilbert on some like improvements. That's kind of how he was able to get enough experience to be able to go into another construction company right after he graduated, and that's where he's currently employed. So it's a standard construction company. When we asked him what societies and internships he was part of, especially in ASU, he stressed the importance of him joining a student organization. It's a chapter of what he called the American Society of Civil Engineers. So um, through them, he was basically able to find his internship with the city of Gilbert. So they get special offers, like job offerings that are only offered to graduates. Some of them are only offered to ASU students too. But he's able to hear about events that are happening in the area, either they're hiring events or just like conventions. And also, just he got help getting his professional engineering certificate or just any certificate that you might want or need in the field. So he's able to lean on that society. We also asked him about what are the most common local societies that he sees. Um, So he mentioned just a lot of like unions, especially with people working in trades. Like he works closely with like pipe welders, for example, and so it's very common for them to join like the pipe welding union, or he mentioned specifically the International Union of Operating Engineers, but it's basically a good place to get job security, and to just get more job opportunities. Most of the work that he's been a part of has been road work. So, as I mentioned, it's pavement. Um, so it's asphalt or pavement, concrete, both public and private roads. But they're taking those roads and widening them, updating like sewage lines, just basically making sure that if population grows in that northern part, that the roads and just the infrastructure is ready to handle more movement and just more activity. He explained that in the life of the project, he comes in towards the construction part of it. So the plan is already made. The designer has already like created instructions on how to make whatever it is that they're making, basically like how it is that they're gonna fix the road. So he's following instructions. So a lot of his responsibility is performing quality checks. And then another big part of his like responsibilities is requesting information or giving information. And then for some of the certifications that he needs specifically for the job that he currently holds is just his OSHA certification, since he's visiting job sites. But another one was his professional engineering certification, which I didn't know about. And then some of the software they use, obviously, is Office, so any Microsoft Office, specifically Excel, but not limited to that. Another one is Asana, which I didn't know about, but it's basically like a project manager kind of software. And then obviously AutoCAD. Civil engineer in the face of Ben is basically making sure the roads are safe, then they're functional for society. That was pretty cool.